And it wasn't just those things that we're looking at and talking about in today's show. We did actually mention NASDAQ, but we didn't look at a chart. We didn't look at a chart for NASDAQ, and the same way that I like to look at the SPX chart using the futures, I do the same with NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ chart, folks. It has done wow, just like wow. It's today it's been crap, horrendous, but this movement up has been absolutely fantastic on the 1 hour time frame. I've got a particular chart pattern that I like to represent to people using drawings, right? And I would draw this one in here just to start off. It's a guy, and he likes to stand, a little stick figure man, okay, and we give him a hat. We always give him a hat. This time we'll give him a sort of, what's that? We'll give him a sheriff's hat? A marshal's hat. A marshal's, no, is it, wait a minute, let's stretch this out a wee bit. It's one of those Mounties. This is a Canadian guy. He's a Mounty. And he is on a diving board, right? So yeah, this is a legit, by the way, my serious, I trade this pattern, I actually do, this is a real thing. And, and it's because of the V-shaped recovery on here. Now, when I do this, I like to take a measurement from that particular area, in this instance down to the low, to see where the 886 Fibonacci retracement point is at, because there'll be at that point there will be a retracement back. That was the Fibonacci retracement point, the 886 hit there. Where do you then get in at? The golden pocket again. You know, on the proviso that you were late to the party and you didn't get in here earlier on, right? You know, just on that basic point, because of course you probably would have. There was two reasons for in this one. It broke past the 50 simple period moving average if you were looking at the 1 hour time frame, and the 236, and it was a really good momentum day. The only real question would have been, had you taken profit in this region because of the former price action, which would have been totally legit and fine. There's always an extra trade to be had. If we noticed that if you had taken profit here because of the price action and then missed the move towards the 886, which was what you were trading for, the reason was because you didn't buy into the breakout when it moved past the high just here. That's what you didn't do, whether you missed it for one reason or another. The target then becomes that area afterwards, right, to then get into it again, as happened here. So then you would have got that bite of the cherry. On up you go, and where do you aim to? You aim to the 1618. What happened here? We pushed past it a little bit. It then became support, like sheer magic. Like, let's be clear here. This has got no earthly reason to be support, other than the fact that it's using my particular channel, my particular analysis. It's like, it's basically it's like harmonics, but the harmonics guys have never heard of it, and it's the best way to trade. Sort of neat summary. But then that was the target there, right? So let's just have some fun and ask a question about if this is actually changing a trend, you know, or you know, able to break past areas. What does it have to do? Let's be real first as well and say it has to break past all the areas of former liquidity, just to tie the lessons from in the show today together, so you can continue to learn as you progress as a trader. You have to break past both those zones, of course, then move on and on up towards all-time highs. What's the all-time next major, massive, scary number going to be for this one? What is it? 34,664. 34,434. Right, that's our target. 34,434. People are going to call us crazy. They're going to call us nuts. They're going to say, what are you thinking? How could that be your target for NASDAQ? And you're going to tell your friends, yeah, crazy. It's crazy. You might think I'm crazy, but I'm looking towards, what was it again? 34,343. Is that what we said? Yeah. As the target. Why? Because this happens. It happens every time. Every time. Not every time, but almost every time. Let's just look at the last time it happened. Oh, that was right. The last time on the last major low. That's the last time it happened. Was the last time it could have happened. And when you're looking to see if something's going to happen again, the best thing is when the last time it could have happened, it did happen. Well, just you can see that's why. So that would be cool if it did happen. Major challenges ahead at 29, 30k really on this one, but then moving up the next area. Could happen, right? What if it did? So we talked about that. We talked about the SoundHound AI merger. We had a bit of a laugh in a sense, looking at the calculator, because you can work out exactly what of an arbitration opportunity was, which is cool. We spoke about that a lot in the Discord and stuff, and that's great. And then the major kind of extra bonus that was available on that does seem to have been amortized in terms of the here and now, with prices on SOUN operating at 730, but it puts it back inside the collar, and it's an interesting, right at an inflection point, it's an interesting time for this stock for sure. Wondering how it performs. Does it need to come back and test in those $6 areas? Will we see it at 660 again? It's possible. LivePerson itself at 225, both of them showing that they're doing, it's like somebody out there is just like, the market makers have decided to get this thing into this region again. It's what it feels a bit like. But whether or not that turns out to be true is going to, will be in the proof of the pudding. Shorts are definitely would be interested in entering into the charts there, and of course they definitely would be entering into the charts in. Sorry, that's the wrong chart. Definitely would be entering into the SOUN chart here, as that was that inflection point as we noticed, and they definitely would be as well if things were to move up towards the next one, because there's confluence of a number of reasons for that. But nevertheless, we broke this down, we talked about it. Check it out in the video earlier on to see all the detail